Welcome to Travel Tracker Routing. Today I'm going to show you how to clone a PM trip. So let's say there's an early release, so it is the same trip that you normally do in the afternoons, just at an earlier time. There's going to be a super simple way to take that trip, clone it, and set it to that earlier time. So to clone a PM trip, we are going to go over to our Routes tab. And today we are going to be working with bus 1. And so to do any work on this, we're going to hover over these three dots and click on this pencil, which is going to allow us to edit this route. Then you'll see we have two trips. We have an AM and a PM. Today we are going to work with this PM trip. And so this is going to pull up all of the stops on that trip, but if we go over to these three dots, this is going to pull up the Edit Trip Properties tab. And then over here, you're going to see these 5 icons. We are going to select the middle one, which is going to allow us to clone the trip. And then we are going to want to click yes, that we are sure that we want to clone this trip. And so if we go back up to the top here, you can see we now have 3 trips. We have the AM, the PM, and then the PM clone. So we're going to go into this PM clone. And we are going to edit the properties one more time and change the name to early release. And we are going to go ahead and save that. And then you can set these to only occur on certain days rather than every day. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So for the recurrence, we are going to set this to only occur on Wednesdays, and we are going to save that one more time. All right, and now we are going to go back to routes, and under the operations, we are going to click on move trips. And so this beautiful little chart is going to pop up. And so if we go to this bus 1, which is already highlighted, you can see here is my early release clone, and we can slide it wherever we need it to go. And you can see the box at the very bottom in green is going to update with the time of this trip. Let's say this particular early release we know is going to happen at 12:14. And so now you can see you've got your AM trip, your early release trip, and then your regular PM trip. And so we are going to go ahead and save this, and we're going to go ahead and confirm that we do want to continue. And so if we go over here to these three dots one more time, you can see that we have our 3 trips. The early release is every week on Wednesday because that's what we set it to. And the time for it is 12:14. And so that is how you can go in and clone a PM trip and move it for an early release or whatever you need.